Hey y'all. I know it's late. I fell asleep. I was supposed to go on earlier, but I took a nap by accident. I laid down and just started dreaming. But I'm back. So, thank y'all for being here. Sprinkle, sprinkle, everybody. The topic of the video is take your time if you want to keep him. I know a lot of you ladies want to rush things so fast to the next level because you're excited about whatever is to come. But a lot of times that scares off people. So you have to make sure you're not looking a little bit too eager. Hey, if you're looking a little bit too eager, it may backfire. So take your time, get to know the person, see what they're about, but also make sure you're not trying to rush, because that's a red flag to men. When you're trying to rush something, it's a red flag. So a lot of you ladies need to be careful, because I see a lot of mistakes that y'all are making when y'all ask questions. Y'all are too eager and too impatient. And this is why I tell you guys to take it slow. And, if you're only dating, to make sure that you're not just solely focused on one thing and one thing only, and it's taking up everything in your mind, and you're trying to rush things because you're too excited. I think a lot of women mess up right there. Yes, thirsty. So that's why I tell you guys, slow down, take your time, focus on other things, have a life, do A, B, C, and D. Right. So just relax. Women need to relax in their, yeah, they need to relax. So yeah, if you want them and they want you, believe me, it'll work out. But at the end of the day, you don't want to look like you're so desperate, because they'll remember that about you. And then that also determines how they treat you. And if they treat you as if you're desperate, then that means you're not going to have the type of relationship you probably want. Thank you for, you said you already hit the like button. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I took a little nap. I fell asleep by accident. I was supposed to get on right after the workshop. I saw some of y'all in there today. I was supposed to get on right after the workshop, but I fell asleep right after the workshop because I had been up all day. I fell asleep. They will dog walk you. What? Wow. The workshop was really good. It went longer than 6 hours, actually, but I wasn't on there in the beginning of the workshop because I accidentally got sent the wrong link. So I didn't get on there till a couple hours later, but it was pretty good from the point where I started. But yeah, I wasn't on there in the beginning, y'all. So I saw some of y'all there too. I could tell y'all was in there. Yeah. Well, the good thing is you'll be able to watch it again after it uploads, and y'all get emailed the link. But thank y'all for everyone who got tickets, and I appreciate you very much. And I hope that y'all learned something. I hope that y'all learned something and got a better understanding of how all this works. It's really going to help you. Believe me, it's going to help you. I think a lot of the things that he was saying, it kind of mirrors what I say, especially about controlling your emotions and being careful how you react to certain things and situations, and what keeps you in control of self as well as what's coming your way. Right. Yeah, I don't really care if people are doing videos about me. I mean, I'm a star. They should be. So, I've been doing YouTube for so many years. This is not the first time someone has done videos on me. I mean, it happens at least twice a year, so it's no big deal to me anymore. As long as they spell my name right and lead people to my channel, I'm good with it. That's how my channel grows. So anyway, I offer solutions. So people usually stick around for solutions. And dealing with certain things, you have to have a mature mind, and you have to have a mind that only sees success and not, anything else. And that's all I'm looking for. So that's all I'm seeing. Right. I say my channel has increased by 4,000 subscribers in the last 2 months. So I'm happy about that. The workshop was the Manifest Destiny workshop with Billy Carson. So that was today. And that's probably why I fell asleep, because I was like really absorbing that information. And then it was like, I think when I fell asleep, I needed a little rest so I could get up and do this video. Right. So lying then. I got some I got some mascara in my eye, or is that my contact? Okay, I think I got it. I fell asleep with my contacts on, so it was kind of like, oops. Okay, so let's get back to the topic. Take your time if you want to keep them. So let's say you meet someone and you really get along. You go out or you talk on the phone or wherever y'all do, and you feel like it's going good, and all of a sudden now you want to all of a sudden just rush things to the next level or somewhere, but he's not feeling that. Make sure, remember when I told you guys, if whatever you give, make sure they're giving. If they're not giving it, then you can't give any more than that until they start to reciprocate. Otherwise, you'll end up like Pygmisha. Okay? So make sure you remember that. A lot of women forget this and they mess up. Can the love bind beat this lesson's turbulence with him? What? Hold on. Let me get this eye together. You giving it? Okay. I said I'm special. I know. That's fine. I don't mind. Can the love bind beat? I'm just very thankful that I'm confident enough to, get on camera and do my thing. And that I'm confident enough to, help other people get to the bag. A lot of people, if they have this information, they don't share it as much or as freely to other people. And I think it's because, they feel as if they won't be special anymore if everyone else can do the same thing or has the formula to do the same thing or even better or similar. And so I feel that by giving the formula and, information, that everybody can be or have the potential to have the life that they want or meet the type of man that they want or whatever. And it's not just, you won't feel excluded and you won't feel it's impossible for you. Like so many people come and say, oh, I can't do this because I don't look like this, but you can. I don't look like this. Okay. It's impossible because you're, this and you're young and you're old. Or I said, no, I'm old, baby. How old do you think I am? It's not impossible. It's just, we have to understand what it takes. Most people don't know where to start. Most people don't know about too much of anything as far as leveling up. So, if I can do something, y'all can do something. And I like to share that information with people who probably need it the most, needed the most, and also how to maintain those, relationships or their level up, and not just tell you how to get there, but also how to maintain it. And that's what this video is about, how to maintain when you meet someone, how not to scare them away or how not to rush things so that you got to start all over. Okay. So you have to make sure you keep in mind that you're the prize and that you're not the one that should be rushing anything. The prize never rushes anything. People rush to the prize. And so you have to keep that in mind. If you're going to believe that you're the prize, you have to act like it at all times. And I keep telling people that. And they forget sometimes that the prize also means remaining the prize, not just looking like a prize, not just temporarily acting like a prize, but remaining the prize throughout the entire thing. That is the goal. The women who can remain the prize during the entire beginning to end, I don't know if it ever ends or forever, will understand and see a successful relationship. Okay. And this means being patient. It means getting to know that person, because if you're a prize, you're going to be a prize to them. And what does that mean? When you're a prize to a man, what does it mean? It means they feel like they won. They won. They got something valuable. And in order for a man to feel like he has something valuable, you have to be valuable to him. Okay. And how can he see your value? And how can he ever realize your value if you're rushing him and he doesn't get a chance to see it? How will he know you're the prize? How will he feel about you if he doesn't ever see your value? So that's why it's important. Hi. So make sure you're not rushing through all of that, because that's the best part. You said you have a lot of insecurities and you're trying to build your confidence. Your videos really help. Well, I'm glad, keep watching and keep growing it, because, that's what it takes. You got to keep at it. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, and once you are seen by the man as a prize, then that's when you're going to start seeing major results as far as how he treats you, him putting you in his future, him focusing on you as a priority, and him understanding your value if he were to lose you. Okay. If he were to lose you, he would feel like he was losing something very valuable. And when you feel like that, that's when you hold on and try to secure that relationship with that woman, right? So a lot of you guys are trying to skip past this. And this is why a lot of the relationships that you guys are trying to get into are backfiring. Okay. So slow down. Mm-hmm. Well, I decided to go live tonight because I woke up and I was refreshed and I had some energy. Yeah, water's so good. I have something to. We're gonna be on. Uh-oh, I don't even know what time I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to go live tomorrow with the pink pill. She hadn't emailed me the time. I guess I'll talk to her in the morning. Or did we say evening? I don't know. We'll see. Thank you, Blissful Honey. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This quarantine has been hard with lockdown. Yeah, I know, but you can connect in other ways. You can get to know people in other ways. Just try whatever method you can. Um, yeah, like my blonde, or some people don't like it. I know. I like to switch it up though. Y'all know I have to switch it up. I'm a Pisces, baby. I gotta be different every other couple of days. That's just me. So, do I give financial advice? I am not a financial expert, no, but I don't have debt. um, I only spend what I don't spend a lot of money. I earn more than I spend, and I invest and I save. And I didn't marry someone that didn't have anything. I think that's number one. Oh, hey, Pink Peel. There you go. Our event is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Can't wait. Is that Pacific time? A little sad. ATM at the moment. Girl, when you say ATM, I think of the cash machine. You can't say ATM. Because of recent news, but a bubble bath and a nap will give me back to normal. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, whatever news you got. So, yeah, I guess email me or text me in a couple of hours before so we can discuss. But this will be interesting and fun. Okay, so I'm supposed to be the bad, or, so I guess I'll wear my black wig tomorrow. It's a black. Okay, I'll see you. See you tomorrow. Thank you for the donation. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Pacific time. Yes. You said, how long do we make them wait forever? No, like I said, until they're reciprocating everything that you're feeling as well. Like y'all have to be on the same page, is what I'm saying, if you want this to work. Black is my signature color. You're so right. Yeah, I'll be wearing that tomorrow. I am a Pisces. Give yourself time to get to know him as well. Right. That's right, because you don't know what they could be hiding, how they're feeling. Sometimes it takes time for a man to kind of like open up and tell you about things that you don't know about, or that you pretend you don't know about. Because I know a lot of ladies are avid researchers and will go and find out some stuff and not say nothing until they say something. Wow. Right. You said Cancer and Pisces are dangerous. Dangerous in a good way. Normal, yeah, you're meeting their representative in the beginning, but like once you get to know them for a good amount of time, the real them comes out. How they react to certain situations, how they, treat you when they're angry, how they treat you when they're happy, how they treat you when they're sad, how they treat you when they're, depressed or whatever. And so you have to go through all of those motions to see if they're, going to be good in your life as well as you're good in their life. Because if there's a surprise somewhere down the line, it could end it all right there. If there's a surprise that's like a deal breaker, it's over. So, yeah, you don't know if they have a drug habit. I remember when I was young, like very young, like a teenager. Well, I was maybe 18, but it's still a teenager. I dated someone for 3 months and didn't even know that they were a drug addict. You never know. Thank you, Percy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure, in case you didn't know, you have people taking your videos and making their own commentary. I have left a live with your name in it. You're famous now. Oh, thank you, Percy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, the higher you get, the more people acknowledge you. So, negative or positive, all press is good press. Brings you money. So I really don't mind as long as they spell my name right. More people come to my channel. And, when they come to a channel that offers solutions, they usually stay. So I'm not really bothered. I've learned to rise above mediocrity and people that are below me and just take my rightful place at the top. Okay, don't bother me. I've been doing these videos, Shira. You've been loving these videos. Okay. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for putting me on game. I will. Right. Taking your time to get to know someone also allows you to see how they treat other people as well. So, because it's usually a reflection of how they may treat you in the future. So, but allowing them to, have time, you could see how they treat their family members, how they talk about their mom, how they talk about their siblings or whoever. And you can kind of see where their mind is, because it's a very psychological thing when choosing someone permanently or like even just for marriage or a long-term relationship, because you don't know what you're getting into. And if you're trying to move to the next level and you don't want to make stupid mistakes, then time is very important. It also gives you time to rethink or say, is this person really right for me? Is this what I really want? And also allows you time to allow other options to present themselves to make sure that's what you really want. Because sometimes that will happen. Like, how as soon as you get into a new relationship, your exes will pop up or someone will pop up and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm surrounded by all these people that are trying to get at me. But it's only when I find someone that's really good. So, what do? A lot of times that will happen. So this will help you see their value as well. When other people pop up out of the woodwork, this will also help you see their value compared to whoever is popping up out of the woodwork. And that's what helps you make your final decision, whether this is who you want to be with. And once you choose or say, okay, well, I don't care about those people popping up out of the woodwork. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. This is who I really like. And this is the, woman or man I'm going to be with. Then that's when and then that's what makes it last longer, because you had all these different options. So that's why I always say it's good to have options, because if it doesn't go well, you got plan B. If it does go well, they were the best out of the options. And so you don't ever have to go back and think, did I choose the wrong person? Should I have taken that other option? Or, They don't have to go back and think, well, I know she had options and she chose me, so I must be the one, So on both sides, people are, you know, happy about those decisions. But if you're rushing through stuff, that never gets to happen. And people are always going to be wondering about you. Why are you here? Do you have the right motivation? Do they really like me? Do they like me just because of this? Was I the best option? Or was I the only option? You know, They won't second guess themselves because they took their time and so did you. Right. Why are these guys here? Oh, y'all are new subscribers. Welcome in, men. Hello. Hi, Sprinkle Sprinkle. We have guests this evening. Okay. Well, right. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, when y'all are on dates, when y'all are talking to men via text or email or by phone or whatnot, make sure you're asking them questions that are also about themselves, not just, mundane things, but like really try to get into their mind or like know them or ask them something about themselves so that they're, truly feeling that you're interested in them as a person. Okay. And they'll probably start to do the same to you. And that's how you'll be able to exchange information and get to know each other better. Shira, can I send you some beautiful mink eyelashes? Oh, Lady Bria. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want to send me some lashes, girl? Oh, I have some lashes. Write me in the permanent comments on the video and I'll respond, okay? I've gotten so much better at makeup. I can't wait. You can't wait to lose weight. Oh, yeah, sharp. Well, it'll happen. Just keep going day by day. Right. Yeah. Aluna, you're probably allergic to the dye in the lashes because I'm allergic to, dye. Thank you, Cynthia. I try. What happens if the trick want you to cook for him? You call him the trick. A mess. Burn it. That's what happens. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He'll never ask you to cook again. You heard what I said, too. Burn it. Y'all know me. Your sugar daddy cooked for you. I know that's right. What happened to the private chef? Right. So, right. Set the kitchen on fire. No, don't do that. I just said burn the food. Do not set that kitchen on fire, okay? So, anyway. Have him teach you how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, pretend you don't know how to cook. Ask, can you teach me? Then tell him his food is way better than yours. So he's proud of his accomplishment, and then he'll cook. Okay. I got a lot of weird trolls. I know. That's okay. I like weird. A man that cooks, yeah. I don't mind the weirdos. It keeps things interesting. Okay, so, there also may be family or friends in this person's life that you don't know yet, that you may need to meet or hear about or deal with as well. If you rush into something, you may never meet them, and then you're stuck with some, problematic people or people that are disrespectful. So it's very important to be able to meet or know who else is in this person's life as well. And if you're going to get along, if you're not going to get along, if you are too different, if they value them over you, da, 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 da. So that's why it's very important to get to know people, because you don't know who's going to pop up. Okay. How do you secure a man with commitment, engagement, and he says he isn't home? I got a commitment enough. What? Okay, so you can't secure a man and you can't make him commit to you. That's his choice in the matter. Like, remember when I said don't move until he moves? Don't move forward in your emotions until he moves forward in his emotions. That way you're not doing too much. So if he's not ready for commitment, then you don't need to be ready for commitment. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's telling you. He's telling you he's not ready for commitment. So that means you should not be ready for commitment. You understand? There you go. But since you are so ready for commitment and he's not, you're going to make him think that you're not valuable and that you don't have any other options, or that he's your best option. And when someone thinks that you're their best option, they'll make you wait longer because they know you'll be there. So you need to take his advice, and you don't need to want commitment at this time. You need to tell him, I think you're right. It's too soon for commitment, and leave it like that. What he's going to think is, well, what does that mean? Is she seeing someone else? Or, did she find a better option? ABC. And now he's going to start to think, and then he's going to be like, now he's going to measure up his options, because he has options. Now he's going to measure his options compared to you now to decide if he wants a commitment, because now he may lose you. So this is why it's important to not rush and to meet them where they're meeting you. Okay? If you meet them where they're meeting you, you won't feel as if you lost anything in the relationship because you gave too much and they didn't give enough. You won't feel like if it does end that you got the bad end of the deal, because you didn't. And they may feel as if they lost someone that may have been, right for them. So very important to not rush as a woman, because I know women are just trying to rush into commitment, into a relationship, into everything. But it's so important to take your time, because once you get in there and your emotions are all over the place, you're going to be like, I should have seen the red flags, or he didn't treat me right in the beginning and I was stupid. And, that's why. And the man will think, oh, I didn't see this about her, and I didn't know she was so crazy, and I didn't know that she was this or that. And then it all is messed up. So what you got to do is make sure you know that person. So many people get into relationships and don't even know the person because they're following their lust or their greed or whatever it is. And you're following that person and that person following you, but y'all don't know each other. So, take it slow, right? And, a lot of things will reveal themselves over time that may have not been revealed, like finances, mental illness, health problems. People can only hide certain things for so long. Things that may have been covered. Past feelings, some people may be on the rebound. Some people may be recovering from something and you don't know. Some people may be recovering from some type of addiction or disease, or you don't know. That's why taking time can be very helpful. I'm just trying to let you guys know why it's important to take your time. I have heard so many people who have rushed into relationships and then realized the person had so many problems, and then they were stuck because, either they married or they became financially dependent or whatever. But they rushed too quick, and now they're stuck, or they're upset about it, or they didn't research enough. And so that's why I always tell people, do your research. Even, research that person, make sure you know them, pay close attention to detail, read between the lines, look for red flags, A, B, C, and D. But, there's so many women that are just so desperate to get married or have a man or whatever that they don't take the time to see those red flags. And then, later on it backfires on them. So don't be one of those ladies. Right. Let's see. Your advice has helped me so much in operating in my femininity and not settling. Finally blocked a Dusty from my life. Good for you, dear Selena Love. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, a lot of people have avoided terrible lives. But that just comes from having higher standards and confidence. So some people will not have that because they don't choose to higher their standards. They choose to settle or lower them for some reason. And they usually don't have the type of life that they want. So I think it's amazing that we're able to actually acquire the life that we want just by having higher standards and not changing them for anyone, and making sure that we get there by leveling up to there. Believe you deserve the best. That's right. I do. I believe I deserve the best. So that's how I act. Let's see. How do you know when a man is the one? You're 20. Is 21 too young? Yeah, it's very young, baby. Girl, he the one for everybody right now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all, do you think a 21-year-old generous mega millionaire who isn't too ugly, who's 21, is going to be faithful or want to get married right away to you or whatever? I mean, he might be a good, fun time, and he may spend some money, but I don't see like a long-term future with him. Not right now anyway. Maybe when he gets older. He's trying to have a good time and have fun. Right. Yeah, have fun. 21 is the age of having fun. Fun, fun, fun. Let's see what this one says. She was right. Men do change after sleeping with you. Get the most you need before you open the legs. My husband changed a little after we consummated the marriage. To this day, I make it hard for him. Okay, happy mood. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's so true. Men approach you to sleep with you. So evaluate his ability to provide over a long time. Nothing quick or free. That's right, Aline. Definitely true. Definitely true. So knowing this, a lot of ladies who are used to dealing with men who I would describe as, low level, may not know this, and they may fall back into bad habits, such as sleeping with a man too soon, accepting less, having low standards, this and that. But if you're trying to change the type of men that you attract, then you have to change your way of thinking, and you have to change your standards as well. So you can't be the same type of woman. You have to change first. Okay. You received advice to not drive my Lexus or dress too expensive when I go to meet a date to avoid attracting gold diggers. What do you think? I think it's very wise advice, because think about it. If they see you and you have more than them or just as much as them, they're going to treat you a little bit different. And they may not come off as they would have come off to someone that did not have that. You know what I mean? So they may not think they can do anything for you. They may not think they can impress you enough. They may not think that you're going to stroke their ego enough. So unless they have a way more expensive car than you, then they may not respond well to that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You said you've leveled up when you completely ignore the dust. Exactly. It was fun. It's fun to, interact with the subscribers and things like that. But, sometimes when you're trying to get a message across, you can't really do that until later. So, you said I'm great to listen to at the spa. Why, thank you. Hi. I'm spa approved. So a man is going to be more patient in getting to know a woman if he really likes her. Okay, I will repeat this. A man will be very patient in getting to know you if he really likes you for the correct reasons. Because I'm telling you why. Because they know that if they rush it and become disinterested, or you become too attached too quick and they don't feel that way as well, that it's going to make things complicated. So they also have more patience. Hi, love. When your HVM has options, how to stand out and be the best option? By being the best option, by being the best version of yourself. If he wants you, he wants you. You know what I'm saying? By being the best version of yourself. That's all you can do, because you're not going to be something else. Just be the best version of yourself. And if he likes you, then that's who he'll choose. That's how you'll stand out, by being the best version of yourself. Whatever he's, whatever his other options are, he's definitely going to compare them to you. So make sure you're always on point. Stay on point so you don't have to get on point. That was a good topic, actually. Stay on point so you don't have to get on point. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. This is why a lot of people are targeted when they level up. I'll go into that in a second. But thank you, Percy. Get the bag and the briefcase. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shira, you said on a live, become less emotional but more logic at an early age. But women are born to be emotional. By you being a mortician, did that cause you to be able to suppress your emotions and think logical? Actually, that helped me a little bit, but what helped me the most was understanding that you cannot control other people. And the only thing you can control is your own thinking and how you react to those people. And that then controls the situation. So I think being a mortician did help me to control certain emotions, but not all emotions. Because, being a mortician only helps you control sadness, and grief, but not anger and not jealousy and not all those that most women deal with. So I think maybe by learning how to control these emotions first, such as sadness or grief, can help you also then control the other emotions easier. So yeah, that's what it was. Percy, thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me get to this other super chat. Thank you, Sarah. Sure, I've started a job as a medical secretary and I follow all of your leveling up tips. But my colleagues are all women who don't take care of themselves and are jealous. I know you missed a word. They criticize and boss me around. How to deal with them? Well, sometimes you have to be nice, nasty to people in a nice way. And they may resent you for your leveled up appearance. So that's just what women have to go through in the workplace. I've been through it. That's why I didn't want to work for people anymore, because of how they're going to treat you, just because how you choose to present yourself. So the best thing you can do is start trying to figure out how you can work for yourself or work around other like-minded women who are on your same level. But for now, you can compliment the ugliest thing about them so they know that you don't play. They know the worst thing about themselves. Pick it out and give them a compliment on it. That'll mess them up, baby. Okay, thank you, Umi's Ashe Intuitive Guide. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you believe in breaks? I'm on one with a there ain't no break. It's a break up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do I ghost him even behind his back or just hold back to get what I want? I don't know. Whoever called for the break in the first place, I think breaks are free passes, actually. Like if you want a break, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. You want a break. It could lead to a breakup. Like if you're on a break and you meet someone better, they'll be laughing at you after that. They'll be like, whatever, I met somebody way better. So make sure that break is, in your favor. If you're on a break, you need to be seeing other people, period. Because he is. Okay. I think we all know that. So someone says, let that dusty go. Yeah, I don't believe in breaks. Like, a break is just a nice way to break up with you so you don't go crazy and tear up everything. Okay? A break is a nice way to slowly break up and go and see if you can find better. Or keep that in mind. And when you can't find better, you come back and be like, I'm sorry. Thank you, Simply Lucid Sprinkle Sprinkle. I'm on the rebound from dust and want to take my time. How do I keep men interested despite saying no to dates and rejecting them? Why would you say no to dates and keep rejecting them if you're trying to keep a man interested? That doesn't make any sense. So you're going to have to go on dates. You're going to have to talk to people. You're going to have to get out and get back out there. You can't keep someone's interest if you're not, unless it's like, unless you're getting to know each other just as friends first, then you can keep their interest. But if they're trying to, date you seriously, it's going to be hard. So I suggest finding a friend that you could become interested in and who could become interested in you and get to know each other like that. That way you don't have to really go out or talk about anything, relating with relationships or sex or whatnot. And your, friendship can grow into maybe a dating relationship later. Shira, should I stop cheating on my provider who thinks he's my boyfriend? I want to keep my options open, but I don't want to lose the bag. Well, what does cheating mean to you? Does it mean sleeping with someone else or just dating someone else? What does it mean? And are these people that you're quote unquote cheating with, are they able to replace this provider boyfriend or not? Because I don't think if they're able to replace that provider boyfriend that you should be entertaining them. You know what I mean? I think it's silly on your part to risk losing someone who is providing if that person cannot replace them, Me and my boyfriend took a break because he suspected I cheated, and I did. How do I prove I'm serious about us? Girl, you cheated. That's not how you prove it. Well, let me tell you. Your relationship will never be the same if you cheated, especially as a woman. He will never trust you, ever. You're going to always have to account for where you're at. You're always going to have to do extra and go above and beyond to prove yourself. And you're not going to have the treatment that you should have. You know what I mean? But you just say suspected. So never, like, if I were you, if he doesn't know for sure, then you need to work on that, making sure that he doesn't think that you did. And if you really want him, you got to let go to whoever else that you're seeing, That's my advice. He can't know that it really happened, and you got to stop seeing that other dude. That's the only way you're going to maintain the relationship. Okay. Here's some advice. If you want to really convince him, you have to be upset with him for even thinking it. You got to flip the script on him by being that upset. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, I think you kind of already messed up by accepting the break. Because by accepting it, it was almost an admission of guilt. Right. So I don't think you should have accepted that break. You know what I mean? If you really wanted to make sure that he did not think that you cheated. But I think he knows. And I think it's going to be hard to get back unless he's not very bright. Then you can kind of work some sense back into him by, getting upset that he thinks you cheated. All right. Y'all got to think. Y'all got to be psychological in this game. It's not just black and white. There's gray area. Mm-hmm. You broke up with him, so let me see. I broke up with him, so I made the break, I guess, but I want to get back together. Well, see, I don't know. Y'all sound very young, and if y'all are young, people break up and get back together all the time. Are y'all young? Because it's not a big deal if y'all are young. Y'all might not even get married, so is it really worth all of this? Well, if I was very young and I had a boyfriend and I broke up with him and I was cheating on him, that means he ain't the one for me. He ain't the one. You cheating on him, you broke up with him, you obviously don't think he's the one. Why don't you just move on with another one? Because to me, that just screams, you ain't the one. I cheated on you and I broke up with you. You ain't the one. So why are you looking back? Just move on and get another one. Or you already got one, actually. I don't think you think he's the one. And if you get back with him, you're going to want to stray again because he's not the one. If he was the one, you would have never cheated. Mm-hmm. Right. The relationship is too tarnished now. It will never be the same, period. You'll end up breaking up again anyway. Just go get another one, girl, and don't mess up again. If that's what you want to be in a relationship, just start over. What? I use y'all gold diggers for what y'all are good for. Thanks for the game. You're welcome, but sadly, Trent, you are not the target until you reach the good old age of 45. So sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you got game, but it's not, you won't be able to use it until you're old enough. But I guess it's good to have a game early. Okay. You look too young to be worried about a gold digger. Do you even have any gold to be dug? Do you even make enough money to attract a gold digger? Because remember, gold diggers are attracted to money, wealth, prosperity, not looks, that's an added bonus, but they're more worried about lifestyle and whether, you could provide them with the type of life that they desire. So I don't know. Are you the type that would attract a gold digger? You might just be wasting brain cells right now. Okay. But hey, like I said, maybe give that to your daddy. Give them tips to your dad. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Percy get the bag and briefcase. Trent, they want your daddy, not you. Exactly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Put your daddy online. He's calling a pygmy that wants $40 a gold digger. No. Who wants $40? No. Well, that's not a gold digger, but that's still nice of you. Thank you, Sarah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you won't even get out of bed for $40. I know, right? Grubhub, like you can't even get Grubhub for $40 unless it's fast food. It's like you can't even order food for that much online. No, keep that $40. We don't want you half your check, sir. Okay, exactly. Thank you, me 123 sprinkle sprinkle. I appreciate that. So, women who value themselves, they also like to take their time because they are a valuable asset to whoever they end up with. I will repeat this. Women who value themselves also take their time getting to know people in a relationship because they know their own value. They don't try to sell themselves quick before people see the flaws. They don't try to get in a relationship quick so people won't see their insecurities. They want you to know who they are so that once you get them, you don't ever want to let them go, period. This is what people need to learn. They want you to see exactly what they're going to get. And when they see that, then their, impression and opinion of you goes higher and higher. And when they finally get you, they know so much more and they value you so much more. Okay. And the reason why people have to maintain their standards and value as a woman or even as a man is so that the other person can recognize them. Okay. Yeah. You gotta recognize. You don't have to say, you better recognize. That's what they mean. You better recognize. Look, let me get my wig. You better recognize. So they want you to recognize. And it goes both ways. Right. Should a man expect to get laid after the 5th date? The 5th date? Where did he take her? To Paris? Where did he take her on the 5th date? Depending on what the 5th date is. Shoot. Okay. Not after no regular 5th date. Sorry, no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Right. This advice is coming from men who aren't trying to get to know you. Okay. They're not trying to get to know you. They're trying to get to sleep with you. There's a difference. A man who wants to get to know you wants to get to know you. They can sleep with anybody. There's so many women out there, pygmies out there that they can just go sleep with. And then it's back to you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men use this as well, if you don't sleep with me by the third or fifth date, then I'm not going to be interested in you anymore. That's a lie. Yes, you will. You sure will, because you ain't never had me, and you will stay interested in me. You may go sleep with Pygmisha and be back, but you're still interested in me. If you were interested in me for more than just sex, then you still will be, period. So if they're not interested in you for real, then of course they're gonna ghost after you don't sleep with them after a few dates. So you just avoided someone who doesn't really want you anyway. And you just avoided giving yourself away for free. So you still win. They didn't get anything out of it. You got 5 dates. What did they get? Nothing. So yeah, they're not going to be able to sleep with you after 5 dates if they really want to get to know you. They'll respect you. And if they just have to have somebody to sleep with because they just do, they can call up whoever or an ex and go get that. It's not that they need it from you. It's just if they need it from someone, it doesn't have to be you. That's the point. And they will be right back, period. Because they'll still be interested. And at the same time, they already know that you're not sleeping with everybody on the 5th date or the 3rd date. So if you date a lot, that means you sleep with a lot of men. And so if they think that you date a lot, that means you sleep with a lot of men. And since you won't sleep with them after the 5th date, they will also know that you don't sleep with a lot of men. So it works in your favor. Men will say pretty much anything to women who they are just only trying to sleep with. They will tell you, you must sleep with a man by the 5th date because they feel like they should get something out of those 5 dates. They did. They got to know you. They got to see your value. They got to see if you're going to make a good girlfriend or wife or whatever. That's what they got. If they need anything else, then they need to commit. Y'all know what commitment means to us. Full commitment. If you want to take us 100% off the shelf, then you got to take care of it. You got to take care of all the expenses, all the maintenance off the shelf. You want to purchase something, a vehicle or a house, when you take it off the market, you have to take care of all those expenses. You can't, they don't go to anybody else. The last owner doesn't pay the expenses. You got to get insurance on it, all of that. It's the same thing with a woman. Now she can increase in her value like a home does in equity, and then turn around and create, out of that. But at the same time, you have, the man had to pull in and do that first. So, that's what it is. Said no discount sales. No. Hee. Women become more valuable the more they wait. That's right. Women don't belong in the workforce. I don't belong in the workforce for sure because I'm an entrepreneur. I like the title of the video. Sprinkle, sprinkle, remember, dusty lives matter. The next great... Right. Thank you. The next best name, Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Nice donation. What if he tells you all his business, lets you in his personal space like his home, but no outside dates, not having sex? Girl, I don't know. I need some outside dates, baby. Okay, does he want to be seen in public with you? That's the next thing. Try to get him to do that. Uh-oh. Real talk. Tina is calling somebody out. Uh-oh. Crypto, what you gonna do? I accidentally clicked on that. That wasn't even on purpose. But let me stop clicking before I start something. Anyway, he want to do nails and girl talk. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I would need to be paraded around. Right. Shira, what is the best way to remember my boyfriend? To remind your boyfriend to give you money this month? Forget to give him something else this month, girl. Forget to give him something so he'll remember to give you something. Spring. You know. Forget to give him something and see if he remember to give you something. Shira, some of my friends and I have disagreements on this. Do you think men prefer a faux, hardworking, 3-job having sugar baby, or to keep a pretty, or a kept too pretty to work sugar baby? I think in the beginning, they want well, it depends on the type of man. Okay. And it depends on his mentality, because there's different types of men with money, so depending on the one you have, it could be totally different. Like if someone is a hard worker themselves and they just see you lounging around the house not doing anything, they're going to have some resentment. So this is why I tell you guys to start a business. That way you don't have to have 3 hardworking jobs or whatever. You can just have one business that you grow steadily. You know what I'm saying? And it will benefit you in the end. Too pretty to work. This is real, because if a woman looks good and she goes to a job, all the men are going to be after her. And it's going to be hard on her relationship, because every day she has to go to work and spend all day with these men who are after her. All day, every day. Well, at least however many days she works a week. So it's going to be hard. So I believe in both, except having a job, have a business. Sugar daddy offered to invest in and buy products so I can start my own business selling wigs. How would you go about starting a wig business and getting customers? Get you a Shopify store or some type of website that sells, products and does shipping, labeling, and start advertising. Pay for advertisement on social media. Get on Instagram. Advertise. Send, wigs to people that you think will be good influencers to, advertise your website. That's how I would do it. So, thank you. Should you not look too expensive? Well, I don't. Okay, so here's my thing. I don't like looking too expensive or broke. I like to look like you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell. It's not like you're trying too hard or being too flashy. And then it's like, but they know you have something because you're not, looking ratchet. So somewhere in the middle, classic styles. Classic styles always look polished. Okay. If you're doing too many name brands, if you're doing too many extra stuff, it looks trashy and like that's all that you're about. Sure, my baby daddy pays my bills, but he's a narcissist and I love making him mad. Now I'm leveling up and no more emotions. Now, hee. Good for you. Sprinkle. Y'all are so silly. Okay. Silly. Oh, y'all are going back and forth in these comments. What in the world? Should I mind people considering me cocky, or is this a good thing? To some people, you're going to be cocky, and to other people, you're just going to be confident. The people that are confident themselves will not see you as cocky. The people who have low self-esteem or insecurities may see you as cocky, because, if you have a level of success or self-esteem about yourself, you're not going to come off as insecure. You're not going to come off as low standards. So if you're being mean with your confidence, it could come off as cocky, especially if you're, talking to a man or whatever. But if you're just talking to, people that are coming against you and you're just simply defending yourself, then I don't see anything wrong with that. But if you're on a date or something, yeah, try to be a little bit nicer. How's the workshop? Workshop was wonderful. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can sugar babies be home wreckers? Of course. Duh. Yes, people have called me selfish and self-absorbed, but it's just I put myself first. Well, a lot of people will say that if you do put yourself first, but you have to think about this. A lot of successful people put themselves first because that's how they become successful. They work on themselves first. And this assures, becoming the best version of themselves, which then becomes the most successful version of themselves. So if in the level up, you have to become the best version of yourself or continue on a path to becoming the highest version of your level up. And if people say you're self-absorbed or selfish, it's because they're not on that same level or they're not on that same path or mission. So they don't understand it. They're just not understanding what it takes, Because if someone was sitting there on your same level, they wouldn't say that. Think about it. Because they know what it involves and what it takes. If someone says, oh, you don't give me enough time, you don't call me back, you don't text me, da 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 da, and they're not on the same level or a similar level, they're going to think, oh, that person is ignoring me. But if you have things to do, if you have an actual life, if you have businesses, or if you have, pampering to do or whatever, hair to do, teeth to brush, nails to do, I don't know, whatever, you're not going to be available 24/7. If you have rest to get, you're not going to be available whenever someone thinks you should be available. So you make sure that you understand that. And, if you are sometimes great, if you're not sometimes great, but you're not going to be available for everybody at every single minute. You can't be. You won't have time for yourself. Right? Let's see, Aluna. Aluna Ling says, that's right. Me putting myself first is how I got my success. Exactly. So, y'all, we have to know this. Right. Don't let people guilt trip you about caring about yourself. Yeah. Some people need rest more than others. Some people need time to themselves. Some people need to focus on themselves a little bit more so that they can work on improving it. Some people don't improve themselves, so they don't need as much time because they're too busy focused on everybody else instead of themselves and improving themselves. So if your focus is on everybody else or someone else and not on yourself and not improving yourself and not getting to where you want to be in life, then you're wasting your time. You're absolutely wasting your time, and you're not gaining self-value. You're only giving that other person the value. You're not gaining self-value if your focus is always on another person. You're making them look way more valuable because what you're telling them is you're worth more than me. You're worth my focus. You're worth all my energy. You're worth my time. You're worth my thoughts. You're worth my action. You're worth my sleep at night. You're worth my, whatever. So when you're telling someone that, what are you saying about yourself? Especially when that person is not reciprocating. When that person is not reciprocating that same focus and energy on you, what is that telling you? It's telling you you're not valuable to them. Their focus is not on you. It's telling you that you're not important to them. It's telling you that, dang, what do I have to do to get this person's attention? It's telling you that you're not the prize. It's telling him or whoever that they are the prize. So that's why you shouldn't focus so much on other people, but only focus on improving yourself and raising your own value by highlighting yourself, by making sure that you are the focus. Okay. And when you do that, you'll start to see that more people will start to respond to you. And when they start to respond to you, it'll be in a positive way. And when people start to respond to you, especially men, in a positive way, your value increases. Period. Okay. And when your value increases, your options open even further. And when your options open even further, this is when you become the prize that is sought after and valued. My boyfriend thinks he deserves a key to my apartment because he helps me pay the bills every month. How do I avoid giving it to him? I was going to say I gave the backup key to my sister, but I don't know. I don't know. I would say, like, sometimes my mom goes there in the afternoons, or my little, whoever, your sister is there sometimes, and it would be weird for you to come there and they're there, whatever. I don't know. Exchange it for something. A ring. He might help you pay them bills, but where's your engagement ring? Key for a ring. There you go. Sprinkle. Key for a ring. It could be a friendship ring. It could be a promise ring. You don't have to be no engagement ring, but you need something. Okay. Key for a ring. Sure. What would you respond with when a man who last said he would send you money, didn't send it, doesn't mention it when he reaches out to you again? He wouldn't be able to reach out to me again, darling. If he promised you something and he did not deliver, then you should not deliver a response. Simply deliver your Cash App, darling, as the response until he delivers. Okay, sprinkle. That's what I do. Look, he writing me he keeps writing me. This is what I'm gonna write him back every time until I get it. Hold on, let me see if I'm. Make sure you spell your Cash App right, because this is what he's gonna get every time until I get whatever he promised. Until he block himself. Sprinkle. So, speaking of Cash App, let me check mine. Some people may be sending stuff and then I don't see them, and I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and open that up. Hold on. Is this charger working? Okay. Thank you, Jessica. Sprinkle. Jessica sent something. Appreciate you, Jessica. All right. So, yeah. Y'all got a new whiteboard, y'all. I finally got a new whiteboard with some new markers. Look, y'all. I upgraded. I was tired of that one that didn't work. So hit the like button. Thank y'all. So yeah, do y'all feel that waiting and getting to know someone, especially if you want them to be in your life long term, do y'all feel like that's a hard challenge, especially in this day and age when people are trying to rush into relationships just to say they have a man or to get married or to meet a certain age? That's why I tell women to start early. Start early, especially if you're young. If you're young, you need to start early, focusing on the type of man that you really want to be with long term. You need to start looking for him around the age of 25 or 24. That doesn't mean you need to marry him. That doesn't mean you need to do, whatever. It just means you need to start considering the type of men that you want to end up with. Right. Don't play around anymore. I mean, that's what your teen years are for and your early 20s are for, to have the fun. But when you start to hit that mid 20s mark is when you need to start seriously trying to figure out the type of relationship and man you want. Because some people will play around in their 20s until like they're almost 30, and then they want to hurry up and rush to find someone to marry them in a year or 6 months because they're afraid that they're going to end up alone or whatnot. And then that makes them look super desperate because they're rushing. And a lot of men don't like being rushed. So that's why I say start in your mid 20s. And so you don't have to rush. Okay. That way you have time to get to know them. They have time to get to know you. You're going to still be maturing and learning things. And you're going to know what type of life you want, where you're going. You can plan goals and you don't have to rush because you feel like you're getting older and for whatever reason, it's going to be harder. So mid 20s. Okay. What I tell James about guys who are after me, is it a good or bad thing? Believe me, he knows it. Whenever he know I got options. Let's just say that. Because I look like I got options. Okay, period. That's how you know. You don't have to say nothing, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let's see who is texting me. Who texted me this one? Oh, thank you, LaShonda. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She sent me a cash app. You met your ex when you was 22 years old. He's 20 plus years older. Okay, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, right. That's how you tell them. You don't tell them with words. You tell them by what you look like, baby. Should you hang out with friends and family with your man or keep the relationship to yourself before you get the ring? I think if you've been together for like a while, it's okay to hang out, but not until you're sure that y'all are going to be long term. You know what I'm saying? Because if you keep bringing random people around and they disappear after a month or two, no one's going to take you seriously when you bring someone around that may be serious about you, and they may make a private comment or a sly comment like, oh, this is your flavor of the month, or where's the last dude, so make sure before you take someone home that they're long term. Like, don't rush for people to meet your family. You know what I mean? Maybe they can meet one family member, like someone that's close to you, like a sister, but don't bring them in front of everybody. That way they can be their, back up and like say, oh yeah, he's a good guy. Da, 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 da. I know him. Right. It should be an honor, right? They should be ready to commit when they meet. How do you deal with someone pushing junk food on you? They secretly don't want me to be thinner. Just tell them you already ate, baby. I'm not hungry. I'm full. I just ate. Tell them you don't like the junk food. Tell them it makes you sick. You don't like the smell. You know? Like, people can't offer me anything because I don't eat most things. So it's hard to offer me anything. You had to offer me something vegan. And that ain't unhealthy. The worst junk food you can offer me is French fries or hash brown. So tell them you can lie. Tell them you're vegan. Okay. Or tell them you're not doing dairy this week. I'm not doing dairy anymore. Just say anymore. I'm not doing fried foods anymore. Just tell them that. They won't try to offer it to you. It's like I quit fried foods. So whatever they're offering you, tell them you don't eat anymore. Whenever I used to go out with people and I was trying to maintain or lose weight and I would eat something low fat, low calorie or whatever, you know, if they would try to get me to eat something else, I would be like, I'll eat this salad right now. And if I have any room left, I'll try it. And then I was like, oh, I'm so full. You know, you don't want to be rude to people. So you just tell them you'll try it after you eat your salad or whatever you're eating. Then say you're too full. Yes. See, it's hard to take someone off this is why I don't say I'm on a diet. I say I have, you know, a diet is what you eat on a daily basis. It's not a temporary thing. So my diet is plant-based, period. What is your opinion on girls who trap millionaires with a baby? My opinion is it depends. I think if the man wanted the child, it would be a different story if a man didn't want the child. Because I've done consultations with so many people that have done this, and it backfires on them emotionally because sometimes the person doesn't want to have anything to do with the whole thing because of the deceit, and then sometimes they do. So you never know what you're going to get. I did a consultation with this lady, and this man had a lot of money. She thought he was going to be, you know, happy about it, but he totally like didn't want to have anything to do with the child, even though he was on like child support and whatever. And then, but he wouldn't talk to her. He was like, just, you know, giving the child support money, and he didn't want to introduce to the parents, to the grandparents. Like his mom and dad didn't even know he had a child, or whatever, you know. So a lot of people are very particular about who they allow in their family, if you know what I mean. So you have to be careful. Some people will be happy and just, you know, accept it, but some people, they don't want certain things anymore. She got the money, but she didn't get the relationship or the lifestyle that she had hoped to have, but she has enough to have her own lifestyle now. But I think her ultimate goal was that relationship, but she wasn't able to maintain it because it was a trap, I guess. Jessica tried to trap Nick Cannon, and look what happened. I don't know what happened in that. She was to pick Misha, when you drink so much you throw up. It happened to me in front of my boyfriend yesterday. Yeah, y'all limit y'all's drinking, baby. Don't be a drunk in public. You know, I had my youthful days and I used to drink. I don't drink anymore. I've leveled up from drinking, but when I was younger, I did drink and I had my fun. But when it becomes an issue to you or whoever you're with, that's when you need to draw the line, baby. You need to wake up and say, look, I can't do this no more. And fix it before, you have regrets. Don't do that no more. Just, you know what people do? They limit themselves on how many drinks they can have. So start doing that. What? So, he is paid, but there are better men who are paid. What? Y'all are talking about somebody, right? Know your limit, yes, on the alcohol. So, and that's another thing, like if you're dating someone and you're kind of irresponsible with your drinking or, how you act out when drinking, that's something that they're getting to know about you. I know a lot of women who messed up on, securing a man in a relationship because of how they acted when they were drunk. They may have said something that they shouldn't have said, and it's hard to fix. So make sure you limit your drinking if you are really into someone. If you're serious about someone, limit your drinking when you're going out so you don't mess it up. And so they don't see you as someone who, can't control their liquor, because they're going to make that mental note and be like, oh, no, we can't have this, I want to see what you look. Oh, y'all are talking to each other. Y'all know these guys are in here to get women. They was on the other channel. They didn't see nothing cute. Everybody has their picture block or a bonnet on. So, they come over here to look and see what's available. You can't see nothing on the other channel. Everybody got a cat or a letter on their name because they can't put their picture up. Right? So just understand why they're really here. The view is much better. I'll say that. People are usually attracted to better views. Okay? When the view is better, you get more in attendance. The view is better here. Look, I'm going to be messy. Just for fun, y'all know. Oh, I dropped my whiteboard. I'm like, with my board. Let me put the V on the top so that the view's better here. Anyway. They're trying to freestyle in here. I know they are. That's all right. I mean, you can't freestyle over there with Pig Misha. You can get your bills paid over there, though, men. Y'all can get some bills paid over there. Maybe a down payment to something. But, over here, they try to freestyle over there. They trying to get down payments. Genius. Okay. Mm-hmm. They don't. What did you say? Mm-hmm. Ooh. I'm reading some of these funny comments, but okay. I'm talking about cognac. Why are y'all talking about cognac? Mm-hmm. Thank you. You like this sweater? Why? It's from Forever 21, actually. It might still be on the website. Um, yeah, I found it in the mall when I was Christmas shopping, and I bought it for myself. So, thank you. It looks like the holidays. Thank you. It's cute too. I really liked it. That's why I bought it. It didn't look like something you would get from Forever 21. So I was like, oh, this is cute. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Check out, maybe it's still on the website. I'm going to go see if they have other colors, actually. White and pink looks so good on you. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Sylvia. um, Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're welcome. Okay, so at the end of the day, let's say I've gotten to know each other and it's time to decide if you want to be together. We're going to be together. We're going to be together. Of course. This means that you've gotten to know each other so well that if you weren't together, people would be shocked. Okay? This is how it should be. Because they would be shocked because y'all have gotten to know each other so well. Y'all have seen the value in each other. Other people have seen the value that you offer to each other, and they would expect you guys to be together. And so if you do not be together, people will be shocked. They will expect you to be together because they see value as well. So this is what you have to do. If this is not, if people can't see the value in the relationship outside of the relationship, if people won't be shocked if you don't end up together, that means you don't know each other well enough. Okay. So when people say, oh, it's too soon, or you just met him, or don't you think that's a little bit too quick or fast or whatever, that's because they don't see the value yet. See? So if everyone is seeing the value, then they're definitely seeing the value. And that also means you have a lot of options out there because people are seeing the value. Mm-hmm. You say y'all are expensive. I'm leaving this chat. Yes, got to go back to Pick Misha's channel where they're free. Sorry. There ain't nothing free on this page, period. We try to tell you. Send your father. Bye, Trent. What's nice to know you and meet you. When you get paid, or maybe you should, go get some money from a Pick Misha and come back. They'll give it to you. All you got to do is say you need help paying your phone bill this month or making your car note. Put your Cash App up there and somebody with no picture will Cash App you. That's how it works. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Go try it over there. I promise you. Come back over here and let me know what happened. Taj the Great One, sprinkle, sprinkle, always dropping knowledge on us. Oh, yes. I'm telling y'all, dudes, go over there to the Pick Misha channel, drop your Cash App and a sob story, and come back and tell me what happens. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And don't tell them I sent you over there to do that either. Until after they send you the Cash App. Anyways. If any man gives any attention to those Pick Misha women, they would be so happy. I know. Trent, all you got to do go over there is flirt, put your sad story out and your Cash App, and come back over here and tell us what happened. You know, Pick Misha out there trying to find somebody. That's how they get you. Okay. But it's different with a man. A man is supposed to be the provider. They're supposed to have the finances. Right. Mm-hmm. Stop. Well, it's true. Y'all know it's true. Don't act like that's not true. Don't act like that's not true. They need to get on their level up. I know. They would rather spend money on a man than themselves in order to level up, because they think that's what's going to keep a man, but it's not. Mm-hmm. A man likes when you invest in yourself and keep yourself up and look beautiful for them and look beautiful on their side. They like when you are able to maintain your looks after they get with you and stay with you for a while. They like all of that. That's why they don't really respond to Pick Mishas unless Pick Mishas are, agreeing with their point. But Pick Mishas aren't the women that they target. Pick Mishas are the women that back them up as women to make the men feel good about themselves at their dusty time, because they won't remain dusty forever. They may not remain dusty forever, but right now Pick Misha is their support system mentally and maybe financially until they level up as men. Then they want to go get the type of woman that they truly want, and so that leaves Pick Misha in a bad place because she feels cheated, abandoned, and betrayed. So this is why I always, encourage women to level up and become their best selves or better selves or higher selves or whatever, improved self, because they're just being used on a lower level and they're not aware of it. They're being used for emotional dumping ground. They're being used for allowing someone to feel good about their low position. They're allowing themselves to be exploited. They're allowing themselves to look foolish in front of many people. And some are allowing themselves to even get impregnated by people who never intend, on being around or wanting to be in a relationship with them in the first place or ever. So this is why I help women to understand their value, because a lot of women were never taught their value. And so when they see a woman of value and they see a woman who values themselves, they get upset because they don't have that and no one taught them. And sometimes they are a little bit stubborn and they don't want to admit to this. And when they finally do, that's when their lives change, And I'm all for helping pick Misha. And usually pick Mishas make the best leveled up women because they know, right? They know the game because they've lived it. And they lived it because they caused it. And they know that they have to take full responsibility of themselves as well. And so, you know, they do make the best level up. I've seen so many ladies come in here and just go straight to the top. A pick Misha that wants to do better can glow up hard. I know. I have seen it with my own eyes. Believe. Some of y'all at before and after pictures. Oh my goodness. So, do I think the weight is the most important thing in beauty? I'm working on it now. I think health, being healthy at a healthy weight is very important. Because after that, you can focus on, you know, other things and you can always improve on that. But I think a healthy weight is probably what most people look for. You know, you don't have to be a stick or, you know, a perfect, you know, model, but you do have to look proportionate and be, or, you know, and be working towards that. Because that's what beauty is, unless the person has like, you know, a preference of, you know, bigger women and they let you know, then yes, you know, some men prefer larger, you know, size women, some don't. So you have to know what type that you're, you know, trying to attract. Some, you know, will accept you as you are, and they may try to help you improve on your health once you get in, you know, involved, but who knows? But it is important to have, you know, healthy looking body, because when a man is like choosing the type of woman that they want, you're representing them, you know, and they want you to represent, you know, that image. So, right. Losing weight increases your opportunity. And, you know, once you have those opportunities or those options, you'll understand, you know, you'll understand that it's not just about the weight, it's about the options. So let's say you have someone interested in you at a larger weight and you jump on that, right? What if in 3 months or 4 months you had lost way more weight and got a way better option? It's something to think about. It's just something to think about. Right. Health is a way of life. That's true. But, you know, we don't see obese elderly people. I have never seen an obese elderly person over the age of what, 70, because they don't make it. So, you know, I think a lot of people also consider that. And plus, like, if you're young, especially if you're young and the person wants to have children with you, they don't want to imagine you pregnant and gaining the baby weight upon the weight you already have. So a lot of men think about this, and it's not, you know, it's not something that they may want to consider. But at the same time, if you find a man who is heavier himself, you know what I'm saying? If you find a man who's heavy himself, he might not care too much about your weight. You know, he may be actually relieved that you're a little bit bigger so that you're not judging him on his health. You know, a lot of men who have money may also be overweight, and they may have dated the skinny model type or the health nut who always talked about their bad health habits. So he might want somebody who just want to go out to eat with him and not say nothing about the calories. You never know. So if you're looking for, someone not to care about weight, look for someone that's a little bit heavier, and you probably won't have to deal with that as much. Okay. I mean, that's just a realistic advice. Mm-hmm. Yep. There's a lot of fat rich men out there, girl. You don't know, huh? Um. Mhm. Oh, y'all leave him alone. He came over here to see what he could see. He came over here to see what he could see and get this knowledge. Right. Okay. So, take your time. If you get with someone, you gain a little weight and they act crazy, that's another thing. What if you get with someone and you look good, then you gain 5 pounds and they start treating you like garbage? What you gonna do? What if you had already committed and took yourself off the market and dried up all your options? You need to know how they're going to act in many situations. Okay. Do y'all remember that one subscriber that kept coming on here and saying that she gained weight and her man won't take her nowhere no more? Uh-huh. You said have them pay for lipo. Okay. So, you need to know how they're going to treat you. If you gain a few pounds, you need to know how they're going to treat you when you're sick. You need to know how they're going to treat you when you make a mistake. So that's why it's important to take your time. Everyone is going to make mistakes in a relationship. Everyone's going to mess up and forget to do something, even in the very beginning. And everyone is going to see how you react. Like, you're going to see how that person reacts to the mistake, and they're going to see how you react to their mistakes. And that's how they judge whether you're wife material or not. Because if you act crazy, they're like, oh no. Oh no. Can't have crazy. You know what I'm saying? So when you, like I said, before you react, you need to think, is this going to get me the relationship I desire with this person? Is this going to get me in the relationship? This is what you need to think before you react if someone makes a mistake. If the answer is no, then don't do it. Find another way to react that will get you there. Okay? Think. And if they feel the same way about you, they will do the same. Okay? If they feel the same way about you, they will take their time and think before they react, because they know your value. Do you understand? So, if you have low value, or they don't know your value because they don't know you enough, they may just react to you. And they don't feel like it's a risk losing you. So they don't think. They're just going to lash out, which is what a lot of women do. A lot of women lash out without thinking because they don't see the value yet. But when you have a man who you have, gotten to know, and you start seeing value in them, then you kind of think about how you react. You take some time. That's why a lot of people say, oh, they're giving me the silent treatment, or they're not responding right away. It's because they're thinking, darling. And people need time to think. They need time to think. They're not ignoring you. They're not avoiding you. They're thinking about how to respond to you in a way, especially if it's not very long. They're thinking about how to respond to you in the best way. And usually if you're patient enough and wait on that response, it's usually something okay or good, But if you go all crazy and you start texting like a fool, and this is what women end up doing. They start texting. Why aren't you texting me back? Where are you? What did I do? I do something? Are you with your ex? Are you mad? They'll ask every question in the world. What do you think I did? Something stupid. Y'all are texting all these questions while person is just thinking on how to respond instead of react to you. And they end up seeing the crazy come out real quick. And then they say, oh no. And then they might just really ghost you because of the craziness. So you gotta remember that. If you're too crazy, you might just get really ghosted while someone's actually just sitting there thinking. Or observing or whatever, seeing how you're going to react. Because before someone chooses to be with you, they want to know if their life is going to be peaceful or full of drama. And you're just going to show them who you are. So make sure you think before you react. This is why most women don't get past the third, fourth, or fifth, date, or very far in a new relationship. Okay? Because of the crazy. And you're not really crazy. You just don't think. But just only react. It's not a good combination. Okay. Ooh, Cash Apps. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica Pope. Oh, I'm going to say your last name. Sorry. Thank you, LaShonda. Thank you, Canel. Thank you, Fantasy. You are gifted with real estate and shopping, Canel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good for you, girl. You was gifted with real estate and shopping. That sounds so bougie. Congratulations. I wish someone would gift me with some real estate and shopping. Thank you. They're not crazy, just emotional. I know, but they come off as crazy. Right? Crazy every day. Emotional every day equals crazy, right? So you got to learn how to control that. Do you think it's true that the more we don't care, the more they care? I think it's true if they really are into you. I think it's true if they're into you and they are, they know that they really want you, if they see the value. Yeah. Yeah, somebody says journal. Yep. Journal those emotions away. Journal. Write what you really want to say, but then don't say it. You know how you text and then you delete, and then you text again. You're like, no, I can't send that. Instead of doing all of that, just write in a journal what you really want to say. Okay. How long does it take to figure out someone is husband material? Is 3 months enough? No, definitely not. Girl, no. No, 3 months. Are you crazy? No. You need a lot longer than that. You have not met everyone in this person's life or that's actively in their lives. I don't know if you have, but have you? If you haven't met everyone who is actively in their lives, no, you don't know if he's husband material. If he has an ex or some kids or whatever, and you're not aware of those situations or whatnot, you don't know what you're getting into. Are you aware of his finances and how he deals with money? You know what I'm saying? Are you aware of his patterns, any habits, any addictions, any medications that he's on? Do you know any of this? What are you getting into? Does anyone in his family have some sort of illnesses that are hereditary that may transfer to him, or if you have children? These are the things that you need to know before you know that that man is husband material. So by having conversations, meeting the people in his life, will help you with this. Talk about dating narcissists or just narcissists in general. I keep telling you guys, narcissists are only narcissistic around people that allow them to be narcissistic. Okay. So you have to understand that. Narcissist people can only be narcissistic around people that allow them to be narcissistic. Which means if you sit there and take it or listen to them or allow them to be that way, they will. It's a green light. If you say, stop, then they stop. And then they regroup. And then they have a different approach. Like, they're not going to be a narcissist with everybody in their entire life. They're only going to have certain people that they are narcissistic with. And those people are the ones that allow it. Okay? Like, think about it. They're not going to be narcissistic with their mother. They're not going to be narcissistic with their boss. They're not going to be narcissistic with their friend. Are they? Then that means it's you who is allowing them to be narcissistic with you. So the first red flag, not the second, not the third, but the first, you have to stop them. Thank you, Sarita Sprinkle Sprinkle. You have to say, hold up, wait a minute. Excuse me? Excuse me? You have to check them. And they'll never cross that line again if they know that you're not the one. Okay? What if your boyfriend says, you can always talk to him about stuff, but then when you vent, he's quiet every time because he's just lying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so a boyfriend is not a sister. A boyfriend is not a mother. A boyfriend is not a co-worker. A boyfriend is a boyfriend. You understand? So the stuff that you would normally talk about with your girlfriends or your sister or your mother, you don't talk about with him. You know, if there's something bothering you, like that he's doing, or just in general about your job or something on a daily basis, that's fine. But if it's about every single thing that you feel emotionally and how you view the world and all this kind of stuff, save it for your mama. Say the drama for your mama. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? A man is not going to be everything for you and to you. That's what the other people in your life is for. You know? So don't run to, you know, someone who doesn't have the capacity to deal with your problems because they can't relate to them. You said don't compromise either. Women have such strong standards until they meet someone they really like. Exactly. This is very important. Like, I mean, you can let them know, but keep your standards all the time. Keep them. You can have your fun. You can go out, but never change those standards. That's what get you what you want. And that's the whole goal. How to deal with rejection when it keeps happening to you over and over and over and over. Level up, baby. Level up. Stop chasing and level up. You can't get rejected if you're not chasing. How they gonna reject you when you don't offer them anything? You can only be rejected if you start offering and they don't accept, or it's too soon, or it's, you know, it's overbearing or whatever, because they don't know why you're in such a hurry to push. You know what I'm saying? And they start to become like, what are you doing, lady? And then they're scared and they'd be like, bye, Felicia. Okay? You don't want this to happen to you. Don't chase. You can't get rejected if you're not chasing. And once you start chasing, that's when people get rejected. Makes sense, right? Exactly. So allow the man to be the man. If they're not chasing you, they don't want to. If they're chasing you, let them keep chasing. You know, when they catch you, they got you. If they never catch you, they'll keep chasing. Period. Oh, okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure, what do we replay when they ask, or what do you reply when they ask for our job looking pretty? This is what I would say if I were in y'all's place. Everybody knows what I do, so I couldn't. But if no one did, this is what I would say that I would, because I like to receive. A receptionist receives. And it means that I'm not paying. As well, because guess what? Low salary. But it also means I'm around, hold on, professional men still. So that means options. So one word says all of this. So you don't have to imply any of these things if you say this. See? So sorry. Just makes it easier. So true to the point. I'm a receptionist because I receive. That's right. It's not a lie if you receive. Anyway. Hey, mother, no shade. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Women who treat themselves like the prize don't get rejected. That's right. Do you know a lot of women who have active dating lives? Yeah, the pretty ones. Or the ones who are, actively out there freestyling. You know, they are. I'm about to go in a little while, but thank you, Fantasy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Fantasy artist. So, Purple Rain, I don't know any women who have a good dating life. I think it's because society has turned into hookup culture a booty call and no one really courts anymore. I think maybe your circles don't have women who have a good dating life. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. If you see a high standard woman, she's not going to just be dating any old body, right? And when she finds quality, then you'll see her dating quality men exclusively. Quality. You won't see quantity. You will see quality. That's the difference. See, quality is more important. Okay. What if your friend, hold on, let's see. What if you friend zoned him, but feel like you made a mistake and want to unfriend zone him? Then you have to drop some clues and hints, baby. You got to drop some clues and hints. Got to let them know in a roundabout way. Okay? Clues and hints. What is my opinion on Mormons and their dating culture? I don't know. What do they do? I don't know. I don't know. What do they do? Do they date regularly? You said flirt. Someone's light bulb says flirt with them again. To unfriend zone them. Mm-hmm. You said there are a lot of successful relations out here. It ain't a lot of marriages, though. I think people are too I don't think people are convincing enough when it comes to marriage if they want it. They fear losing that man by saying that they want marriage. And that means they don't value themselves as a woman. Like, if you're a woman and you want marriage and you've been in a relationship for a while and you know it's about that time, if you don't let that person know, they're not going to think that you have the value of a wife. Because if you make them respect you and they go ahead and marry you, it's because you know your value. If you don't know your value and you allow them to if you allow them to tell you your value by not marrying you and making you a wife, then that's your fault. So it's up to the woman. If the woman wants to be a wife, she has to let it be known in the relationship after y'all get to know each other. Not too quick though. Okay. After a couple of years, okay, the man should know, right? And if he doesn't know, then it's time for you to start making other plans. And this usually will allow him to think about whether he wants you in his life permanently or to let you go. Because he can't have you both ways. Either he has to let you go or he has to keep you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women are out here given the in-between choice, as I will be a girlfriend for 20 years type thing. If you cut out the in-between choice, he'll have to make the tough decision to marry you or allow you to be free in order to go and marry another person or get into a relationship that leads to marriage. What if a man what if a man got married but they didn't legally get married? They had full wedding and he calls her his ex-wife. Then they're not married, baby. They just had a ceremony. If he says I miss you but don't want a relationship, run. Right. You give great advice. Do you think women should be getting advice from men? If that man has the life that you desire in a husband, I would listen. But if he doesn't have the life that you desire in a husband, don't listen. That's my best advice. You can't take advice from someone who does not practice what they preach, because it's not being displayed on their end. So it's kind of like, you wouldn't hire someone to do plastic surgery on your face if their face is messed up, right? Or their plastic surgery is messed up, right? You wouldn't hire them, would you? If you do something wrong, I don't know. Oh, I messed up a few times, but don't worry about that. Bye, Felicia. So that's how I look at it. I wouldn't take advice from people that have not mastered whatever they're teaching or have not practiced what they preached, period. Otherwise, who are you learning from? An amateur? Someone who's still trying to do what you're trying to do? I don't know. I wouldn't say it's advice. I would say it's more of an opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to watch someone who's not where they want to be in life yet, because I didn't start off, all exactly 100% where I want to be when I started. I would say they're giving their opinions. It becomes advice when people start taking it as advice, because they see the value. Percy, get the bag and briefcase. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shera, do you believe in prenups? I already can't see you signing one unless you are on an insurance policy. I believe in loopholes, darling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I believe in loopholes. The loopholes in legal documents. That's what I believe in. Someone very smart can really get out of certain things because they know the loopholes in the law. So what I'll say is, if you know the loopholes when it comes to prenups, you can sign it without too much worry. Just make sure you know the loopholes first prior. Okay. You hate when gold diggers dig for gold instead of finding gold. The goal is the gold. Trent, the goal is the gold. That's why when y'all, compete in the Olympics, the goal is the gold medal. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're not competing for what? Admiration, are you? You're competing for that gold, that trophy, that championship, not admiration. That's what Pygmisha does. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Pygmisha is in the honorary Olympics. Gold diggers are in the real Olympics, okay? There you go. Even the special needs people go for the gold in the Special Olympics, okay? So what are you trying to say, Trent? I'm going for the gold every time. That's alchemy. You're not supposed to go for the lead, you're supposed to go for the gold. In everything you do. If you're not going for the gold in everything you do, what are you doing? What are you going for? If you were going for the gold in women, you wouldn't be sitting up here mad, sir. If you weren't going for the gold in life, you wouldn't be complaining. So go for the gold. We are. Why you ain't going for the gold? Go for the gold and go get it. Gotta go for the gold. They want us to settle for dust because that's what they are right now. But believe me, when they get their money up, when their career starts advancing, they don't want women who settle for dust. Believe me. So don't ever become her. Think about this. You take a man when he's young. He's going to want you to settle because that's all he can get right now. But advance him about 25 years. He's not going to want that anymore. He's not going to want you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't need you anymore because he can get the type of woman he wants. So the only reason why they want you to lower your standards now is because they can't reach the standards that you're at. So make sure you understand that and never lower them. Just, we'll see you in a couple of, we'll see you when you get your money up, or tell your daddy to holler. I don't know, something. Go get some more streams of income and come back. I believe that the best motivators for men to get their money up is women. They are women. Men don't get their money up for shoes, because the shoes are what? To attract a woman. Men don't get their money up for, I don't know. They get it up for women, literally. So be their motivation. Don't be their reason why they never get it up because you're too busy being a pick Bisha and taking care of them. Okay. Ask pick Bisha, she got to work extra hard to get stuff up. I promise you. Okay. Why he don't want to sleep with me no more? Why he always trying to avoid sex? Because you a pick Bisha. Bye. You're not motivating to him. You're not inspiring to him. You don't make him go to his next level. You don't expect much from him. You allow him to be whatever he was when he met you. He hasn't grown since he's met you. He hasn't improved himself since he's met you because you're too busy coddling him like a child. And then he's going to slowly start to resent you for that. And you're going to emasculate him at the end of the day because you're paying for everything. So that's why, pick Bisha. That's why. Let him go be a man and make your standards high. We said get the Swiffer out, right? Think that is profound. Men make money so they can get a woman. That's true. Why else would they get up and go to work? Why do guys marry plain? Why do rich guys marry plain girls? Well, depending on how rich they are and how much they know and what secret society they're in, it could be bloodline. It could be DNA. It could be family. It could be any of those things. It could be their money, their family's money. You know, it could be that. All men don't marry for the same exact reason. Some men marry for other reasons. That doesn't mean they don't cheat on those wives or have a mistress that looks really good. It just means that that's who they put in their family. That's it. So y'all have to stop thinking that it's only one way or black and white. There's gray area in there. Celebrities do it all the time. That's right. They say, okay, well, we like your DNA. Your ancestors were royalty. I want to say that I have royalty in my ancestry, so I'll marry this plain looking chick. Okay. But my mistress over there, you know, she look good. Period. But I'm bougie and I want to have royalty in my heir, my DNA. My son will be royal, related to the royals or whatever, something stupid. Or to some scientist or, you know, whatever. Or some president, you know, they're just trying to get clout. Okay. Do you think a woman's end goal should be marriage? If that's what she wants, yes. If that's what she wants. If that's not what she wants, then of course not. Well, your end goal should be whatever you make it. But think about your future as well. You can't go on and on doing something as you get older if you're unable to do it. So sometimes the marriage will allow you to keep doing certain things, like, you know, maintaining your business or having the freedom to do certain things. And certain, you know, stuff like that. I'm marrying for money too after my something. Hold on, these are going so fast. Okay. I'm finding it. Okay, well, do what you got to do. Sprinkle. Have fun. So yeah, people get married for different reasons. They're not all going to marry for love. They're not all going to marry for money either. Some are going to marry for a combination. Some are going to marry for either or. Some people have already been married and have married for this and have married for that, and now they want to try marrying for something different. So you never know what people are marrying for unless you get to know them personally. Okay. If you get to know someone personally, you already know why they get married. You don't have to ask. You know why they got married in the first place, the second place, and why they want to remarry. If someone's never been married, you know why they want to marry for the first time, because that's what they're going to focus on. That's what their priority is going to be. So they'll know, like, if you're with someone, if they really love you or not. If they really care about you. If they're really into you or not, by how much you guys have in common, how many synchronicities y'all have, and how well you get along, versus how much you agree with them. There's a difference. Okay. You can agree and nod your head and act all day, right? And this is the type of relationship where it's mostly for money, right? That's interesting. But when you are very, into them and they're into you, they can finish your sentence, they understand you, and da da da. Then you're in it for more than money. Okay, money might be a part of it, but it's still more than just the money. Because they ain't gonna marry nobody broke. So more than just the money. And you can tell when people are into you. You can tell when they really like you. You can tell by how they react to you and respond to you, by how you guys look in a photo together, by how they look at you and how you look at them. You can tell. And I think it's because, and other people will also be able to show and tell. And that's why a lot of gold diggers have issues with the family. Y'all always ask me, why does his mom treat me bad? Or his sister don't like me because she thinks I'm a gold digger. Because she can tell by the way you look at that dude. She could tell by how y'all be looking like. She could tell. When you really are into someone, you will look at them in a different way, and they'll know that way. So if you have an ex, let me tell y'all, let me tell y'all what to go do. You have a picture of an ex that y'all are on together on a picture. Go look at that picture and see how he's looking at you if y'all are looking at each other. Or see how he looks in the picture with you. Does he look happy? Does he look like he's in the best moment ever of his life? Like he's in, or does he look embarrassed, or hurry up and take this picture, or I don't really want you, or, does he look uncomfortable? Does he look uncomfortable? Does he look like he's acting? This is going to show you a lot about your past relationships. Does he look like he's acting? Does he look like he's happy? Does he look like he's planning to stay with you forever? Then that's probably why y'all ain't together. You know what I'm saying? You go back and look on a picture where y'all are both in love. Then it might look like if you had an ex that y'all were both in love with each other, like maybe way back in high school when money wasn't the option, like money wasn't important, then you'll see the difference. Just go check. And I promise you'll know. You said I'm always uncomfortable. You read the body language in a couple of photos on IG, and it can be a cringe. I know. That's why, certain people don't post up their couple pictures on Instagram, because other people will start to comment on it. Oh, like, oh, she don't look happy, or, they'll see it and they'll comment on it. That's why a lot of people don't put the Instagram up with that person, or that, Facebook picture, because people will call it out. They'll see it. You said the dudes look drained. They sure do. They look sad, drained, but the woman look happy. Messed up, ain't it? Do I have certain inspiration when younger towards marriage? Huh? My inspiration was it's going to take me years to get to know this person. And by the time I'm ready to get married, it'll be right about that time. So, I think you have to plan ahead in your future, especially as a woman, because you're on a biological clock. Most women forget that in this world when they choose careers, when they choose to think about marriage. They forget they're on a time clock. Because they don't teach you that in school, and it's messed up. They don't teach you, oh, you can do any career you want as a woman. That's a lie. Because if you plan to have children, then what? You can't do certain careers if you have children, or you'll have to stop and take a leave of absence, and you can't work the certain hours or do the certain work that you are able to do when you're pregnant or nursing. So that's a lie. And most women don't think about this when they choose a career. And I wish that they would really push that information in school. I know it may seem sexist, but you'll thank them later, I promise you. Like when you're choosing a career as a teenager, first of all, you're not thinking about no kids. Okay? When you're straight out of high school and they say pick a major, pick a career that you want to go into, pick a major. Are you thinking about how this career is going to interfere with you and your children, who you don't even know the man that you're going to be with to even have the children? No, you don't. And they don't remind you of any of those things because you're probably not thinking about them because you're young and just going to choose something that sounds interesting, right? But then at the end of the day, you spend all this money on your education, on time in school, and then you realize, oh, I'm going to get married and have kids. I can't do this job. I wish I would have known that. I didn't even think about that. So it's very important if you're a mother to remind, if you have daughters, mind your daughters that they can't do everything if they want to have a family too. Like there's certain careers they will not be able to maintain. Okay. Mm-hmm. Doo-doo-doo. Right. Shira, do you learn to stay neutral in relationship topics with pick me and dusty associates? I tend to sound like a gold digger and can be nonchalant. I don't hang around the pick meshas or dusties, darling. Won't be in a conversation with one either. They'll already know by looking at me that I'm not a pick mesha. So, this is, if they're in your family, then I don't talk about it with them. They already know what the deal is. Mm-hmm. Even if it's your mother. Just be honest with it. I'm lazy. I ain't finna do all that extra work. Like, as a woman, you have to take advantage of certain things to get ahead in this world. It's just how it is, If there was an opportunity for you to not have to work for a certain amount of time and get your businesses started or whatever, you would take it, right? A lot of people don't have that option. When you have that option, you can create something out of it. So maybe if you come with more logic when explaining why you're doing what you're doing, like why you date men that have money, and what your plans are and what you plan to do with the money and da 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 da, maybe it'll make more sense to people, Instead of saying, oh, I'm just a gold digger, maybe you can say, oh, you know what? I would rather date financially stable men or men that are wealthy so that I can learn how to have a business and, so I can also grow my own, business or whatnot. I can't learn that from a broke man, can I? He'll drain me. I will never be able to get off the ground with my business if I'm married to somebody broke or can't maintain or needs me to help him, with something when I'm trying to do my own, thing. I need someone that's going to show me or be a good example for me and to help me if I need the help. Da, 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 da. So that may be a better way to describe what you're doing, because a lot of people, they don't like the term gold digger, and the only reason I use it is for humor. Okay. But if you're not seeking gold, what are you seeking? Are you going to seek the lowest of the low? Why not aim high? If you're going to aim high, baby. If you have value as a woman, why not aim high? Mm-hmm. It's just like a man. If they're going to go out and seek a woman, are they going to look for the ugliest woman? And they're going to look for the most average woman? Or are they going to look for an attractive woman? There you go. They're not going to go find the lowest of the low. They're not going to go find Pygmisha or Bonetta. They're going to go find someone that is attractive to them, who is gold as far as female is concerned, who is the gold of the females or the women. They're not going to go for the lead of the female. They're going to go for the gold of the female, just like the females will go for the gold of the males, period. So if y'all don't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you. What do you say to a man that says, what makes you deserve my hard-earned money? Nothing, baby. I won't say anything because I won't be with somebody who says their money is hard-earned. That means they lack. Okay. Money's supposed to come easy, baby. If you out there sweating and it's hard for you, I don't want to deal with you. I'm sorry. There ain't nothing I can do with your hard earned money. Keep it. You worked for it very hard. I don't want to take it from you. That's what I'd say. You can't teach me anything because I'm not finna go work hard for. I'm not gonna sit here and see something hard to get. I'm gonna see. You need to make it look easy, baby. Okay. Mm-hmm. I need to see easy money. I need to see your money flowing in super easy. If you got to struggle to make money, I don't know. So I wouldn't say anything to him. A man that would say that, No, I can't. They don't have anything to offer me. They're trying to make a deal, and I don't make deals. They trying to bargain with you, and I don't make bargains. Okay. Easier to manifest at this time more than ever before, right? It sure is. Uh-oh, somebody's sending me some money. Uh-oh, another one. Thank you, Fantasy Girl. You keep sending me all this money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Right. Oh. So my man is happy to put money in my account. My man is happy. We both know our role, period. Yeah, okay. Good for y'all. That's wonderful. So you make sure you're knowing a lot about whoever you're going to end up with. Because, I've seen people get married very young or very fast, and they're either divorced or miserable. So be careful. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what about the blue collar worker who owns multiple businesses but enjoys being hands-on with his work? He's wealthy and his money is hard earned. That's because he chooses it to be. There's a difference. If he's wealthy, he can hire people to do those things. If he has options and chooses to be hands-on and hardworking because he likes it, that's the same thing as not working hard because they have to. It's because they want to. See, because they can afford to hire other people if they really wanted to. So it's not the same thing. And I don't think a man who's a blue collar worker that owns multiple businesses and is wealthy would ask that question. Why do you deserve for me to spend my hard earned money on you? I don't think he would ask that question either. That's for somebody who barely just started making six figures. That's a question a man who barely started making six figures would ask someone. Okay? Because they couldn't say that at 5 figures. They couldn't say that at 99. Okay? Or maybe they tried. When they hit that 6 figures, they be like, what makes you deserve? What do you think you deserve my 6 figures for? Boy, keep your little change. You worked hard for that. And, wait, I'll call me when you get to 7. Okay, like if they're gonna have to ask you that, then I don't want your money, baby. Keep it until you comfortable. Till you're comfortable in it and know that it's gonna keep coming, and you own a few businesses and you don't have to depend on the man to sign your check every couple of weeks. When you get your own business and you get to 6 figures, call me, baby. Because at any given moment you can lose that 6 figures. Okay? As soon as the words come out, you fired, the 6 figures is gone. Unless you could get rehired quick. Okay? Unless that's your own money coming in and you your own boss. No, sorry. Not impressed at all. The sad thing is, you can work for somebody and have a side business on your own. If you can make 6 figures on your own, then I'll be impressed. If you can make 7 figures on your own, super impressed. But you working for someone that signs your check, not impressed. Sorry. So that would be my question. What's your boss name? No. Maybe I should go after him since you work for him and his money is not hard earned. But right. Don't let people insult you with such questions. Those questions are insulting. Okay? If you answer them, you just insulted yourself by answering them. A lot of people want me to go on a certain show with a certain somebody, but y'all know I will tear that up. Don't even get me on nobody's show because y'all know my answer is going to be straight ruthless. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You know, a lot of people ask me, what would you say if someone asks you this question? But what's your dress size, though? The same as yours, ma'am. You know, well, what do you have to offer a high value man? Nothing. He should be offering me everything if he's high value. Next question. You know, I don't play. I've been here for a while and I'm gonna be here for a little bit longer, a lot longer. Get on my level. So anyway, girl, I'm too aware. Yeah, I'm too aware. People can't get me. I don't get got. Don't have me on the show. Don't ever try to get me. They already know that they're not. People only want me on their show when I can, you know, bring value to their channel. They talk about me to bring value as well, but people that really have my best interest in mind won't mind collaborating. Mm-hmm. Right. Anyway, I'm about to go, but I will see y'all soon. Definitely. You said Kevin Samuels will get me straight. Well, I know I can't get him straight. You correct about that. You right, Trent. I've been straight though. Anyway, Trent thought he was doing something. You see, poor Trent. It makes me wonder about the future of men if they can't even understand or see certain things. You know, I can't understand how men don't understand or see things. It's just strange to me. Why do broke men want to correct women so badly? That's the only thing they have to offer. They don't have advice. They don't have financial advice. They just want to correct you because that's all they have. Mm-hmm. You said you live in isolation. That's your future. Well, I guess it is. You say so. Yeah, women have the long vision. We see ahead. We share the same sentiment and don't understand y'all either. Well, you understand that we Never mind. Never mind. The children must learn. You know what I want? I want a very masculine, deep-voiced man to call in to that show. Not my show, but to that show. And just pay attention. If the lights are on. Okay? If the lights ain't on, I'm sorry. You can't really pay that much attention if you can't see what's going on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you. Tips to clear skin. Water. Number one is water. Moisturizing. Washing of your face. Your diet. I don't eat a lot of greasy food. And plus, I am plant-based. I think if you cut out greasy foods or foods with a lot of toxins in them, your skin will clear. So, y'all are so silly. Yeah, y'all know they won't invite me on any of those shows because I'll tear it up. And I won't even have to use a curse word. That's how good I am. So, I don't go after people I don't know, sir. I don't know. I don't go after people I can't see because I wouldn't know what they look like. I could be going after a bot for all I knew. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. They invite women just to argue and get their hopes right. And it's a mess over there. Sure, I'm in the military and move a lot. How do I adjust my dating? I'm looking for marriage. You need to settle down. Like I said, when people pick careers, they don't realize what they're doing until it's too late. So when you get out of the military, if you choose to, or you can marry someone in the military. A lot of women marry people in the military if they're going to make a career out of it. So I would figure that out. I would either get out and resume my civilian life, or I would marry in the military. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Well, we're not going to judge people that aren't available to be judged. We don't know what people really look like, So if they want to use our image to attract people to their channel, we're fine with that. We understand why that works. Okay. We understand why people choose certain people to draw in other people. They have something that the other one doesn't. Have I never liked someone on social media before? Yeah, you mean like a person that I would go after or something like that? Like to insult or to make a video about? Not unless they came for me first. Or, if they come for me, I'll say something, but I'm not gonna make it a career. I'm not gonna make it my career. I have my own agendas and things to put out. Okay. If I focus my videos on other people all the time, then how am I going to give you guys advice or help y'all or get y'all to the next level or whatnot? If I just keep talking about everybody else, that's, they say intelligent people talk about solutions, dumb people talk about people, average people talk about lifestyle. Okay, so obviously we know who stands. Anyway, your level of intelligence reflects your conversation and the topics that you choose to cover, as well as the solutions that you offer with them. So I'm sorry, but I'm my intelligence is a little bit too high to deal with certain types of people or certain types of topics. And my confidence is too high to dare put another person on my screen for 90% of the time. Okay, y'all gonna see me, period. You said straight Pisces vibe, of course. You love unbothered women. Of course. No one deserves. If you're going to chase clout, I don't know, like I didn't grow up in that era, but I got on YouTube before, trying to go after people was seen as a quick way to get subscribers. I started YouTube when people just started YouTube because they wanted to talk about a topic or to help other people or just to have a channel. YouTube wasn't even monetized when I started. Okay. So I did not start YouTube for money, period. Thank you, CT, sprinkle, sprinkle. When I found out YouTube was monetized, it wasn't that long ago. So I did not start for certain reasons. Some people start for money, to build subscribers. So they want to do it quick and fast. So they use negativity. I didn't start for money. That's why I'm still here. And that's why more people come to my channel and actually get the solutions that they need, because I didn't start this for money. I didn't need to. Okay. I was already a kept woman. So I didn't need the money. That's why I had all this time and energy to do a YouTube channel. So, yeah. Oh, Yeah, I don't really block people unless they're like being a problem, a big problem, because I know they're secretly learning and eventually they come to stay. So we're good. Um, who teaches self-hate and leveling down? That's terrible. Shira, yeah. Most people are obsessed with talking about things like single mother, colorism, etc. But what is the solution? There is no solution. You know what the solution is? Get your money. Period. That's the solution. What's your goal? What do you want? We're not talking about your perceived obstacles. We're not talking about the problem. What's the solution? How are you going to get to your goal or your goal? You know, why focus on the hurdle when the finish line is right here? That's why some people get somewhere and other people don't get anywhere. That's why people walk around in a circle and why some people keep moving forward, because of the topics that they choose to discuss, and that's it. Now, some people may discuss certain topics because they know it brings in lots of angry people who will bring them numbers, who will create more division and more anger amongst themselves and continue the cycle and never leave the cycle while someone else gets paid for perpetuating the cycle. That's all I'll say. And when you notice this, because you're very aware of things, you notice this, you see that person for who they really are, who's perpetuating it. And to take advice from someone who perpetuates poverty mind, poverty cycle, who bashes people for, going for their highest self, to me, doesn't sound like a very nice person or someone who's in anyone's best interest at all. So I would never support someone on that mentality because they're working against you. And the people that are too dumb to notice that, they'll figure it out sooner or later, hopefully. Sprinkle, sprinkle, thank you for teaching me how to be a woman I should be. Much love. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, that's what it's called, toxic culture. Right. And if you like toxic culture, then wonderful. We have to take it to the next level. We can't keep walking in a circle. So, you know how there's always distractions on your level up? There's also distraction videos on YouTube to keep you from your level up, to bring you down, to make you feel like you can't do something because someone else couldn't do it. But then once you get back on focus, once you get back on track and get your focus back and you see other people doing it and you start to know that you can do it too, that's when you start moving forward again. So when you get caught up in these stupid videos that take you in a circle and don't offer you any solutions or advice or ways to get to your goal, you're being distracted. Okay. And like I said, if something is not beneficial to you, then it's taking away from your time. And you can't get time back. You can't get it back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, sweet. Thank you, Grace Jones. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Goodness gracious. That's not a solution. Thank you, May. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, like, when you guys come to me and tell me some faceless being has, is talking about me, I could care less, because I'm not talking about anybody and I'm trying to help people. I'm above that. I'm way above people that choose to do that. And I know I am. And that's why I continue to do what I do. And, things are going to keep improving for me. They're not going to get any worse. And, I think people think if they attach themselves to you or your name, that you're just by that alone, you're going to be successful. But the point is, you're not building yourself. You're building me. And I try to tell this to people who try to latch on. And I try. You're not building yourself. You're building me. Why do you think people are so famous? Because the tabloids build them. They're not famous because they sing well or rap well. They're famous because of tabloids. Okay? So when you become a tabloid, you don't build yourself. Yeah, you might sell some copies of it, but no one is going to know you on the level that they know the people that you write about or speak about. You're going to iconolize them while you're just a tabloid. Be careful, because you will iconolize someone and become a tabloid. Whoop. Mm-hmm. I've never changed my philosophy. Nope. Never will. Men see you sexual, so see them as ATMs. Shira, can we go after exes? We acted crazy and apologize. I missed it. Girl, you can try, but I don't know. You can try. Let me know how it goes. I'm drinking water. You said, how do you withhold the good? By saying no, or saying not yet, or maybe in the future. Right. Remember, you're the prize. Remember, you're the prize. Remember, you're the prize. The prize does not have to give it up unless they choose to. If you're going to be the prize, you have to be the prize in everything. You cannot say, oh, well, I'm a prize, but when do I give it up? No. I'm the prize, but, whenever you feel like that person has invested in you enough and that you're okay if after you give it up, they walk away. That's when you give it up. Okay? When they've invested enough in you, and you would be perfectly fine if you gave it up to them and they walked away the next day. That's when you give it up. Okay? Because then you're emotionally prepared and you got compensated for your time and energy spent with this person, and they know your value. Okay? So if you're going to give it up without any of that being done, then you're giving yourself away for free, which takes down your value. Period. This is why Pygnisha has no value until she starts valuing herself. This is why women have to chase men instead of allowing the man to chase them, because they don't value themselves enough. So when you know your value, you don't have to chase a man. You can flirt, you can do all this kind of stuff, but you're not going to chase him like a pygmy would chase him. You allow him to be a man. If they want you, they want you. If they don't, they don't. But you still have options, and they know that. So if they want you, they're going to let you know, because they know you have options. And when someone knows you have options, they're not going to sit there and let you get away if they really like you. And they're not also going to play as many games with you, because they know you got options. Right. So make sure you understand this. And if you're going to say you're a prize, act like a prize, dress like a prize, walk like a prize, talk like a prize, make decisions like the prize, period. Okay. And when I say the prize, I know that's a harsh word, and women may seem like, oh, that's so sexist, or, it just means you have value. That's it. It means you value yourself. It just means that you know that you're a good catch. So you're not going to go for the lowest bidder. That's it. Someone says men are the prize. On April Fool's Day, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You know when men are a prize? When they choose the woman that has high value, then they become a prize. You know what I mean? Because then everybody else wants them. Because, oh, how did he get her? Oh, he must be a prize. A man is not a prize until he can pull a woman, period. Your ability to pull a woman, there you go. How much should religion influence relationship? 0. What does religion have to do with relationship? Before there was religion on the earth, there was man and woman. So what does religion have to do with relationship? There was relationships before there was religion, period. So it has nothing to do with it. Unless you make it has something to do with it. If your culture is heavily based in religion, and they base relationships upon religion, then that's your culture. Okay. So my culture does not base everything on a religion. Okay. Now I need you to have some common sense and some intelligence. Definitely. Shira, can you touch upon how to constantly increase your value? Yeah, well, keep leveling up, keep learning, keep refining yourself, keep maintaining what you already have. Help other people get there too at the same time. That's how you do it. Exactly. By the man getting the prize, he becomes a winner. Go ahead, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you control emotions? By thinking before reacting. Stop yourself, think, how can I benefit from this situation? And then react to get the benefit, not just reacting. That's how you control it. If I do this stupid thing because I'm emotional, what will happen? Bad things. So I'm not going to do it. If I instead strategize and do this instead, what good thing can happen? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So it's just taking a moment to think instead of react. That's how you control it. That's it. You have a fierce temper, then whatever is making you have a fierce temper, if you're drinking, stop drinking. If it's being around certain people, get away from them people. If it's past thoughts that make you even more angry, try to release those thoughts. Okay. What can a woman create besides kids? Let's see. A woman can create a home, a family, beauty, an erection, all those movies y'all like to click on and watch and then delete the history online. Let's see what else. Advertising, consumerism, economy, your reason for living, oops, did I strike a nerve? Femininity. Yeah, that's what we can create. Okay, sprinkle. Your fantasies. What else? Your fantasies, what you think about. You won't know more? Mm-hmm. You said life on Earth? Right. Okay. Motivation, right. We provide the men with a motivation. Exactly. So, I guess that's it, right? That's how men think logical. Right. That's okay. You have to school them. If they ask a question, you must answer. Our presence. If you would like someone who does not bring those things along with childbearing, if you don't think that a woman is worthy or worth much, then you might not really want to be with a woman. Some people need to realize maybe they've been programmed subconsciously not to like women for some strange reason, and they may need to explore that. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said no one's donating. My subscribers are dusty. Oh, well, that's okay. I have enough. Sprinkle. Um, right. Mm-hmm. Oh well. That's not good, but okay. Sad. I should focus on positive things. If a man doesn't appreciate you for giving birth his child, he won't appreciate you for anything else. Oh, that's right. Boop. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're looking for femininity, which is hard to find. Yeah, it is hard to find on Pick Nisha's channel. You won't find it there. Find channels that are solution oriented and about becoming the highest version of themselves as women or men, and you will find successful men and feminine women. Okay? You stay on those Pick Misha channels or those messy channels, you're not going to find anything over there except more mess. Okay? You're not going to find what you're looking for. I think a lot of men come in here because a lot of the ladies in here are very leveled up and their thumbnails are very attractive. And you know, when you change channels and go elsewhere, you don't see any thumbnails because people don't want to show themselves, but then will argue you up and down that they don't need hair and makeup or beauty isn't everything. Well, then post your picture, baby. You know, or a lot of people will argue but won't show improve because they understand it may not be politically correct, but that doesn't change how people respond to you. Thank you, Mermaid Team. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can't tell if your man is dusty. He pays for dinners and stuff, but doesn't give me expensive gifts. How old are you? And because, you know, dusty depends on their age too. Like if they can't afford it because they're young and that's all that they can afford, then it's just because you're with a younger man. Mm-hmm. You know, how much money is a 20-year-old really supposed to have? Okay. You said worship me. Let me control your economics, your thinking, and your submissiveness. As long as you got that direct deposit on 6 figures to their bank account, I'm sure they won't have no problems with that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because they're going to have a separate account because I taught them well. You control the finances and the economy you think you got with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or is Sonny a man or a woman? It's like these names. I can't tell. It's androgynous these days. That's another thing. Y'all need, if y'all are going to be online, put a feminine name or a masculine name so people can know what you are. Or put a feminine emoji or something. If you have an androgynous name, you need to put something next to your name to indicate male or female, masculine or feminine, because I'd be confused with some of y'all. Okay, Sonny's a crusty male. Okay, well, he sounded like a woman for a second. That's why I didn't know. Anywho, you said it's so difficult finding older men. Because how old are you? I don't know if you ever told me your age. Then you need to go for much older. Mm-hmm. Any advice for women over 40 or back in the dating scene after divorce? Look good, baby. Take care of yourself. You know, it's not about your age. It's about your confidence and how you look and how to take care of yourself. Okay, you're 45. You need to go for 65 and up, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Nope. Go way older than that. At least 15 years older. So, you want to be Nicki Minaj? No, I don't. I don't want to be Nicki Minaj, believe. But I like Nicki Minaj. Beware of older, dusty men that are bitter. Ooh, okay. Yes, I do. Nobody ever roast me on here. Guess I ain't dusty enough. Yeah, you ain't dusty enough. Go get some more dust on you. Come say something extra dusty and we will. Mm-hmm. Thank you. There's new women coming online every day. Wonderful for them. I commend women who get online and show their face every day. You know, it takes a brave soul to put themselves out there like that to help others. Cute profile pics on SheRaSeven. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle. Y'all do. Y'all got some cute stuff. PJ. Mm-hmm. So she was one of a kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. Said why men do gotta be old. Why men gotta be old? Because they're more mature. Look for mature men with money, not an old man. Usually those things don't come together, so sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you gotta be like, okay, well, a non-problematic queen. I'm about my business. Mm-hmm. Let me ask y'all a question. Why do y'all think pygmishas are so mentally? If you ever hear those call-ins sometimes, you can tell that those people need mental help, like therapy or something, because being a pygmisha is hard mentally. They can't see the answer right before them. They will struggle. They will try to blame everything on every, situation and play victim. When Pygmisha starts to take full responsibility for herself, that's when she will start to level up. See? And going to a therapist or a psychologist is not going to make your current situation acceptable if it's not acceptable. Period. I will repeat that. Going to therapy or a psychologist or a psychiatrist is not going to make your current situation acceptable if it is not acceptable to you or other people. And that's what many people think therapy is going to do. Nope. Either you accept yourself and change what you don't like, or you accept being who you don't like. As so many people don't understand this. They just keep going to therapy and trying to figure out how to accept themselves that they don't like. You're not supposed to accept what you don't like. That's the problem. You're supposed to change it. You're supposed to level it up. And you're supposed to create the life you do like, the person you do want to be in the relationship you want to be in. You're not supposed to accept whatever you're trying to accept, because that's not what got you in therapy. What got you in therapy all over there is because you don't want to accept it. So change it. Don't sit there and go in a circle. Get up and walk forward. Period. Thank you for everything, Ashir. I appreciate you very much. Happy New Year to my beautiful gold digging family. Thank you, Sweet Storm. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Pygmies are what men really want. No, they're not. That you mean you want them as a come up. You want to ride their back. You want them to help you build. You up for the woman that you really want. We know. True. Did I copy? I trademarked Pygmisha, baby. Yes, trademark. Men want gold diggers they can't afford to attract at the time being. True. And I really wouldn't even classify certain women as gold diggers. It's just what people have started to call them that have higher standards. Right. True. Pygmies are what low value men want. That's true. Think about it. If you're a rich man, your requirements for a woman would be totally different than if you're an average man or a poor man, right? That's how you know. So we platinum diggers. Well, why not? Throw that in there too. About business, do you think we have to sell things expensive on medium at beginning? No. I mean, I would always start off small and grow it. I would never start off huge because you tend to lose more when you start off too big, especially when you don't already have clients, or customers. Start off small and build your way up as in a business. And then add more to it, add more ways to get money to it as you grow, because you don't want to make the business fail before it even gets started. If we don't want Pygmisha, what do men want? They want to make enough money to get the type of woman they want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They want money, but they're distracted by women that they can't afford. And so they settle for Pygmisha. Pygmisha helps build them up. They leave Pygmisha because they got money, and then they go get the woman they want. So you could skip Pygmisha and just go after your money and then get the woman you want. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you skip Pygmisha, you might skip a lot of issues and distractions and child support. Men, just letting you guys know, because that's not what y'all really want. What y'all really want, that's what y'all really want, and y'all just don't know it until it's too late. And then what? Pygmisha is your distraction. Pygmisha will take you down. Pygmisha will slow you down. Pygmisha will not push you to the next level. Pygmisha to a man is quicksand. Okay? Or Barbara the builder, who builds her man, is a ladder so he can get to the next chick. So you want to avoid those two type of women as men if you want to skip a lot of drama. If you have a strategy when you go into those type of relationships, like most men do, the smarter ones anyway, And you know your role and you know your goal. That's what happens. Thank you, ridiculously good looking guy channel. He says donate or you're dusty. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. So you said gold diggers motivate you to level up. That's right. They do. Pygmisha won't do that. They'll just tell you why you need to accept. Um, First, they'll complain about why you don't like them because they look toe up from the flow up because they don't do anything with themselves. Then they'll be mad because you chase other type of women, and then they'll be mad because you don't do something. But when you're dealing with a leveled up woman, they don't care what you're doing. They don't care. If you don't come correct, they don't care what you're doing. That's the point. If you don't come correct, we don't care. If whatever you're doing over there, it does not concern us. If you don't come correct to us, then we're offended. Period. We're not watching you deal with other women over there and critiquing you. We don't care. We don't care. It's how you step to us that makes us care. If you did not personally step to us correctly, then we'll say something. But if we're watching you and we're lurking around the internet, following you around, looking at you, saying what you did or didn't do correct, then where's our life? What are we doing? How are we going to get our money? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just trying to get my money and do what I need to do. I don't care what other men are doing as long as they're not doing it to me personally. If that's how it is. I'm not going to go look for problems. I'm not going to look for nothing because I'm going to find it if I start looking. What I am going to look for is this money. Period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And these solutions. And this lifestyle that I'm attracting, that I'm working for, that I'm working on, that I'm walking towards. I'm not looking for something that I don't want. And I never will. That's stupid. Only stupid people look for things that they don't want. Okay? I will repeat that. Only stupid people look for things they do not want. Okay? Unless they're being paid to find things, unless they're being paid to find things and have no opinion about them whatsoever, that's different. That's their job. But if y'all are looking for things that you don't want, you're going to find them. Okay? Just understand that. You can tell foolish people by what they spend their time doing and searching for. Shira, what's the name for a male Pygmisha? Also, much love, beautiful. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, CG, they call them simps. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go. Pygmisha pay the bills. Mm-hmm. Go, Pygmisha, go. All right. Okay. So Hmm. Yeah. And y'all have to note this. Everybody online that pop up and say, "Oh, I'm a relationship advice person." I never take titles. Okay. I have no titles in front of my name. I don't say I'm a relationship coach. I don't say I'm a relationship advice channel. I don't say any of those things because when I started, that's not what I was. I was just someone wanting to help women get to the next level, period. That was my first intention, and that's still my intention. Um, so I don't claim titles because I'm so much more than a title. I'm so many different things. Okay. I don't want to get stuck in a category. So I'm just going to be SheRaSeven, period. And then the Shira Star Goddess over there, and whoever else I want to be when I want to be. Is I don't have any titles or labels or, whatever. I don't claim to be any type of expert or guru or whatever. I just claim to try to help people get to the next level. That's it. So I don't feel that having a YouTube channel requires creating or having a title. Never has. If I wanted a title, then Goddess is fine. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shoot, I'm gonna take the highest one. You're gonna give me one. Shoot. If I gotta make one, it's gonna be a high one. Oh, you're only a doctor? Well, I'm a goddess. You claim to be a Sasquatch? Well, go ahead, Sasquatch. You mythical creature, you. You're a rare type. So if y'all gonna make me claim a status or a title, I'm claiming that one. Period. Well, you don't have a title. Yes, I do. I'm a goddess, baby. Well, you're not an expert. Don't have to be. I'm a goddess. There you go. So, what credentials do you have? I'm a goddess. Can't really question that, can you? That's why I did that. That's a whole different level of mentality. Like there's no one can give you that title. No one can take that title. Except for you. You said water sign back up. Period. Yep. Yep. True. And if anyone has a problem with you feeling that way about yourself, oh well. It's not your problem. It's simply theirs. That's it. It's simply their problem. It has nothing to do with you. That is not your problem. It's theirs. Solely theirs. Okay. And that's how you have to feel about it. If someone has a problem with you, keyword, they have a problem, not you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with me. So, getting to know someone, you also get to know how they feel about themselves. Do they have high self-esteem? Are they confident? Do they know who they are? Are they insecure? Are they jealous? Are they petty? Or, so getting to know someone will definitely allow you to choose if that person is right for you and for them to do the same. So I wanted to end it with relating back to the topic. I'm getting ready to go. And like I said, thank you guys so much who donated. I appreciate you all, everyone who donated. Thank you for everyone who asked good questions and answered other people's questions. Appreciate that. Thank you for everyone who went to the workshop and got some information that is definitely going to help y'all. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good night.